Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we're going to be going over the markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, what's going to happen with that. That's it really, there's no real news. Everything is dominated by the stock markets going down, by crypto going down. It's all dominated by that. In fact, I would suggest just taking a week off. Just go home for a week. Don't even look at the markets for a week because it's going to depress the hell out of you unless you're a shorter. If you've been shorting Bitcoin, you're making a ton of money. So other than that, it's just been a nightmare for all. It's a nightmare for Bitcoin, Ethereum, stock markets, just all around the world. Coronavirus is it's just going crazy just now. Trump has banned kind of travel to Europe, to and from Europe as well. So that's going to be, it's just having a big, huge effect just now. And it's just meltdown. It's complete meltdown at the moment. So let's take a look over even the hidden gems portfolio, and you've got to laugh at these things. If you don't, you just kind of go crazy, wouldn't you? So you've got to kind of look at it from the bigger picture point of view and just go, this too shall pass, and it will pass. When? We don't know. But the fear for me is that a lot of people are going to get out of the crypto game altogether, just going to say, okay, this is the last kind of chance I had with kind of crypto and I'm just getting out. So a lot of retail investors are just going to hold their hands up and just give up and just walk away from crypto altogether. That is my fear. If that happens, we're going to see further depression in the crypto markets until new blood starts to come back in. That could take a few months, and we could go down to 5,500 on Bitcoin as well. I'm going to show you something that could indicate that we could go down to 5,500 as well. So it's not looking good at the moment, but it will pass. This always kind of happens. We go down, everybody panics, everybody's kind of, the world is going to end, the sky is going to fall down, stuff like that as well. But it will pass. It always does. It always will. Okay, Joe, just dive over to the markets just now. Okay, we're going down all the time. So since I've been looking at it over the last 10, 20 minutes, it's gone down another $4 billion. So market capitalization is $208 billion. Bitcoin dominance has gone up to 65.6%. So it's down to 7,490. Now, I said yesterday it could get down to that 7,500 level. That's a support area. Then on down to 7,200, then 7,000, then 6,800. 6,800 was my kind of bottom, but I'm going to show you something. Could indicate that we might go down to 5,500, but it could bounce from here as well. So there's a couple of scenarios we're going to look at as well. Who's the winners and losers? We have one winner, I think. No, we've got ETH is up there at 5.14%, Bitcoin 2.59%. The rest are stable coins, so there's nothing else in the green, because they're all stable coins. So 2% in the green, 98% in the red in the top 100. Who's the biggest loser? We've got Synthetics Network, Hedera Hashgraph, Blockstack, Matic. There's loads of them in double-digit red, so too many to name there. So even in Satoshi value, we'll just go to Satoshi value and see if it's any different. ETH, Bitcoin, nope. Satoshi value is more or less the same. We've got a couple in there that are up in Satoshi value, but nothing much else. Okay, on to the hidden gems portfolio just now. We'll look at that. So this is the hidden gems portfolio. This isn't Satoshi value, this is in Bitcoin value. So we're still up 20%, even in a market like this where it's dropped over $3,000. It's dropped 40% over the last few weeks. And the hidden gems portfolio is still up 20% in Satoshi value. In dollar value, it looks different. Dollar value, we're still down 1.8%, which is still decent, to be honest. You can see sharing down 14%, Kote down, up 90%, Ethereum down 7%, Constellation down 28%, Chromia down 24%, Band up 36%, One Ledger down 60%, Utrust down 30%, and Tether up 22%. If we change that to Satoshi again, you'll see how different that looks. Most of them are in the green. Sharing down 16%, Kote 133%, Ethereum is still up, Constellation down, Chromia still up, Band Protocol up, One Ledger still down, Utrust still down as well, and Taylor up 46%. So it's looking good for the hidden gems. So that could be a strategy long term, as well as finding these low cap coins. And if you want to join the premium group, there is a link down below where we look for these low cap coins and kind of present them to you before anybody else gets them. So this has worked out really well. It's been a good strategy so far. This has only been over a couple of months, but it's been a tough couple of months as well, and it's working out just now. Okay, let's look at the markets. What's happening with Ethereum just now? We're down to $168 just now. We'll just put that above my little head. So 167 is falling fast. So I was speaking to somebody this morning and said, okay, we could go down to this long-term support line. We've got here at round about the $164 range. That's long-term support we've got there. So it could fall to that range. I thought it was $145 actually. So we're going to get rid of this structure. That's way past now. It's kind of broken that big time. So that's no longer in play. This is no longer in play either. So we're looking at this long-term support here, and it has to stay above the $164 for this long-term support to stay in play at the moment. Now there's going to be other support levels here that we're going to have to look at for Ethereum. And for me, Ethereum is a good buy long term. So we're looking at around about $120 for Ethereum down here. We've also got supports round about these levels as well, $140. So if we don't hold this support at 160, just kind of round about where we are just now, say $164, we could fall down to 140, then 120, and it could be even below that as well. We could fall down to around about the $100 level. So that's the support areas for Ethereum. For me just now, Ethereum is a screaming buy. Even at these levels, even if it still drops, it's just about buying. If you can buy one Ethereum, this price, if it goes down, buy another one Ethereum, buy another one Ethereum, and just do that. Just dollar cost average down, because I think Ethereum is going to bounce back huge, big time this year. And at these levels, it's just a screaming buy. I know it's probably going to go down further, but it looks as if everything's going to go down further, but it's still a screaming buy at the moment. Bitcoin, where is Bitcoin just now? It's broken this long-term support line. This is on the weekly. Just now we're going to go to the daily at the moment. So it has broken this long-term support line, and it hasn't done that. It's never been outside that long-term support line for more than a couple of days. You can see here, kind of broke it here, but didn't really stay outside it. Broke it here as well, and it kind of stayed true all the way along. This is going back to 2013. So this is kind of a dire situation at the moment for Bitcoin, even as well, breaking this long-term support line. So it's not a good sign at all. Okay, so what are the support areas for Bitcoin from here? We're going to get support here. Instead of round about the 6,800 area, that was my lowest. If it broke down to that, if it broke down below 6,800, then I'd be getting extremely worried, because there's no real support below that. So 6,800, 6,500 as well, the support, kind of support there, but I'd say 6,500 could be the area that goes down to next. If it breaks below that, then we're in kind of no man's land, and we're down to that 5,000. Okay, the 5,500 area, I'm going to show you something just now, which could indicate that if we do go below this 6,500, 6,800 area, then we could fall down to this level. We'll have to go to the weekly and look at the 200 MA. This is a moving average, the 200 moving average. So we went down to the 200 weekly moving average in September 2015 and bounced big time back up. This is where the big kind of change started. And then we came down in December 2018. We went down to that 200 week moving average and bounced back up big time from there. So if we do fall to this level, round about the 5,500, we can expect a huge bounce, and that could be the start of something huge for Bitcoin after that. Now, I know there's different circumstances, coronavirus, kind of travel bans, businesses kind of shutting down and stuff like that. It's all different circumstances just now, but there's always different circumstances. It doesn't matter what it is, the price is always going to indicate what's kind of happening. And if it falls down to 5,500, we can expect a huge bounce from there. And we've seen it in the past. The last time we got a bounce of 350%. Time before that, we got a bounce of 6,000%. So even if we get a bounce from the 5,000 level, or 350%, you're talking around about 19,000, going back up to that 19,000, 20,000 area, all-time highs. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's not. I know going down to 5,500 might seem really bad if it did fall down below to that low a price, but it's not all doom and gloom. We'll have to kind of look at that and say, well, history indicates that we could bounce hugely from here. So it could be a huge bounce from here as well. It was 7,384 at the moment. And we've got a kind of saving grace at 6,500. That was always a kind of long-term support. But if we break that 5,500, I'm still wouldn't be too concerned, because we have these ups and downs. We're used to it now in the crypto markets. Stock markets, not so much. Obviously, that's having a big effect on what's happening in the crypto markets just now as well. Okay, so the stock markets just now. FTSE 100 is down 275 at the moment. Germany is down 517 points, around about the same percentage. Wall Street, the futures, it was down 1,100 at one point. It's now down 941 points. So on opening, Wall Street is expected to fall by this amount so far, just now. We've still got 5 hours till that opens. But at the moment, it looks as if it's going to fall by about 940 points on the opening bell. So Bitcoin down $472. It's saying here 7,400. This is on the IG markets that I'm looking at. And this is spread betting. So just all around the world, it's just nightmare. Spot gold, obviously, still staying $1,600 at the minute for spot gold. Oil is down to $31 a barrel as well. So it's just kind of meltdown at the moment. Meltdown at the moment. We can't really see a stop to what's happening just now. A quick look at the Binance. What's happening on Binance? Lend is the only one up. We've seen that AVE is up 10% from where it was. It did bounce kind of big time. It went up big time. It went up about 80% or something, came back down and kind of going back up again. PivX was up big time as well, and that's come down slightly. You can see that which shot up to 7,500 and came back down again. MDA is up 5.57%. So alts again kicked in as well. So not good at all. The biggest one being OGN. Coty is down big time, 275. Still holding Coty from its original 126, so not too worried about Coty. It's still up overall. Should have got out. Should have got out of Coty around about the 350, 360 area, but holding it is still in a profit by over 100%. So not too kind of worried about that, and I think it's going to bounce back big time. Band is down as well. That went up to nearly 10,000. That's down 30%. So these are the ones that's probably going to bounce biggest as well. And even if there's a small strategy there as well, the ones that have fallen the hardest is we could look at like OGN. That could bounce up the hardest as well when it does the market start to come back up again. So this could be a good time to buy some of the alts that have gone down big time. Peril as well, down 26%. So that could be another one to jump big time as well. So always opportunities in the markets. Obviously you can short as well. There's a lot of these you can short. We'll go over to KuCoin. KuCoin B Pro is the only one up in KuCoin Plus. Up 8.8%. It was up much higher than that before. B Pro, yeah, it did get up to about 2,200 and come back down again. And that's one of the ones I kind of recommended. And one of the videos said 15 15 altcoins under 1 million market cap that could bounce higher, and it has bounced big time. It went up nearly 200-300%. That's it in the KuCoin Plus. And KuCoin main, we've got COV is up 30%, GGC, GMB, and ENQ up in double-digit greens, and there's not that many up after that. So it's not looking good in the markets just now, but it will come back. And I know that's easy for me to say, and you, if you're watching everything, all your kind of investments go down in the stock markets as well, so your pension might be going down, your kind of shares might be going down in your company that you work for as well. It will come back. The stock markets might take months to recover from this, or weeks. It might be that the stock markets are going to come back up big time over the coming weeks because of the measures put in place by the government, slashing interest rates and kind of pouring money in. It's not a good long-term solution. In fact, it's a terrible long-term solution. Debt crisis is only going to worsen, but in the short term, I think the markets will go up. The stock markets will start to go back up over the coming weeks, and then we're going to see another big crash in the stock markets after that. That's my opinion. So we'll see what happens there. But that's it for now. There's no point looking at news, because the news is dominated by kind of coronavirus and stock markets and what's happening around the world. So that's it for now. It's not all doom and gloom. It will come back, but we need to wait and see how and when that happens. But there's always opportunities out there as well. Okay, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like on the way out as well, and leave a comment down below if you like these videos as well, just to let me know where you're from, or just to say thanks for the videos, or just to say the videos are crap, or whatever you want to say. Just leave a comment, that'd be fantastic. Okay, until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.